This €15 million support package, who will benefit?
This is the latest round of supports from the government that Minister Catherine Martin has announced, and I've been working with her in relation to the funding to underpin this. And essentially it is for venues to ensure that they can continue to put on events. We're really conscious that the impact of the latest restrictions is having in relation to the event sector and live performances, with a restriction on the capacity, as you know, at 50%. And so we already have had a number of successful rounds of the live performance support scheme, which is there to support venues and to make sure that it is still viable to hold events, and we really do want to see them continue. So we have provided now an additional 34 million for live performance support scheme, an additional 5 million to support venues who need to carry out work such as improving ventilation, for example. 5 million also for local authorities to support artists and events at a local level, and a further 5 million then for seasonal events and pantomimes and so on, to make sure that they can proceed. And I suppose it is part of an overall package that government has rolled out in relation to economic and income supports. To date, we have provided over €20 billion to support the economy and to support households. We have, as you know, extended now the local authority commercial rates relief to the end of March of 2022, and that will benefit the events, the hospitality, the tourism, the arts, culture sector.
The reality, though, of what's happening on the ground, Minister, and I was walking through the city centre last night, not in a pub, but looking through the windows of pubs. They're deserted. Restaurants are deserted. This is the time of year where they should be out the door with Christmas parties. Are you confident that the money that's being provided is going to keep those businesses on life support until such time as normality returns?
Well, this is just one part of the overall response from government, and I think to date we haven't been found wanting, and I think the level of support that we have provided has helped to bring about a strong rebound in the Irish economy, and we now have a level of unemployment that is less than 7%, though we fully accept that some people will lose their job as a result of the latest restrictions, and that's why we've reopened the PUP scheme to assist them. But employment levels overall in Ireland now are back to pre-pandemic levels, 2.4 million people at work.
And that is a good thing, but can you keep these supports going indefinitely? We are riding various waves of COVID. We don't know when normality will return. How long will you continue to provide these supports if we are looking at further uncertainty over the course of maybe 12, 18 months, 2 years?
Minister Paschal Donoghue and I built in a contingency into the budget that we presented back in October, a contingency of up to €4 billion, which we didn't allocate on the day, and we did it really as a precautionary measure that in the event that additional support was needed, both to sustain public services in healthcare, for example, but also to support businesses and to support households. We will certainly need to start using some of that money in the early part of next year, but that is precisely why we put it in place. And as I said, we have seen a strong rebound in the economy. We're experiencing significant economic growth that has manifested itself in really strong taxation receipts across a number of different headings. So the public finances are not in as bad a place as we might have envisaged just a short few months ago.
You don't foresee borrowing at this point to fund COVID measures?
There is ongoing borrowing, but it is at a lower level than we would have expected back in the summer. I mean, to give you an example, in July we forecast that the budget deficit in the current year would be of the order of €20 billion. On budget day we revised that downwards because of the strong rebound in the economy to about 13 billion, and it will actually come in below that, and perhaps significantly below that, and we'll be in a position to confirm that in the coming weeks. But later on this morning, Minister Donoghue and I will outline the final decisions that we are making now in respect of business supports, because we have engaged intensively in recent days with the hospitality sector in particular, because we know, and your own anecdotal observations there will back this up, that they are impacted significantly. The public have responded to the public health messaging. We welcome that, but it has fallen on the hospitality sector to carry the burden of that, and that's why we are anxious to support them, and we will be making a further announcement later on this morning.